Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be standing here with all of you in my hometown, Maywood, in my home district, a district that I've been in my entire life. It is truly good to be here with all of you. The home of the Pirates, Senator Lightfoot, the home of the Panthers, and the home of the Pythons. I am so proud to say that, Mrs. Kelly, because if you know the motto of Proviso Township High School District 209, our motto is in Latin, nihil nisi optimum. Translated in English, it's nothing but the best. And so I want to give you guys a little known Black history fact. When someone asks you the question, where does the first female to serve as the majority leader in the Illinois Senate come from? When someone asks you, where does the first Black lawmaker who serves as the Speaker of the House come from? I want you to proudly answer, Proviso Township High School District 209, nihil nisi optimum. It's a proud day in Proviso, and I am so honored to be here with my friend, Governor Pritzker. 2 years ago when he took office, I knew we had every right to be hopeful. I was so honored that he tapped me to chair his Educational Success Transition Committee. And we talked then about many of the things that are in this bill today, 2 years ago. And I want to thank our governor for getting us here to the finish line. I want to thank my friend, our Lieutenant Governor, another Black history fact, y'all. The first Black Lieutenant Governor to serve in this state. My former colleague in the House. We have a lot of history right here in this room, and I want to make sure you guys know that and why we're so proud here today. Leader Ammons, who is the Democratic Caucus chair, was proud to name her to be a part of my historic diverse leadership team, probably the most diverse team in the entire history of the House leadership. I wouldn't be here today without my mentor and my friend, our Senate Majority Leader, Senator Lightfoot. Make no mistake about it. When I decided to run 8 years ago, the first person I met with was Senator Lightfoot. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be standing here as a member of the legislature. So let's give her a round of applause. To President Alexander, Ned Wagner, Ms. Patterson, and my friend, Mrs. Kelly, Board of Education. Let me tell you all about Mrs. Kelly. April of 2001, almost 20 years ago, she called me and said, we got to change Proviso. We have to make a difference. And really, it was because of this lady who got me started on my journey. And I never thought 20 years down the road that I would be the Speaker of the House. I want her to stand up and you guys give her a round of applause. Ms. Teresa Kelly. And to my good friend, Dr. Henderson, who's doing a heck of a job here in his short time here already. Today is a historic day, everyone. We will enact some important policy changes here today. These changes move us a little bit closer to our goal of advancing racial equity. And we wouldn't be here without our friend, Governor Pritzker, ready to put his signature on this monumental bill. There is nothing more important than making sure our kids are best prepared to succeed in the world. Without a good education, they will not succeed. This is a critical step here today. Unfortunately, this pandemic has only deepened educational disparities that were there long before the schools had to shut down for everyone's safety. COVID-19 only shined a light on what many of us already knew. And now is a time to address those disparities. This is an opportunity for us to put ourselves on a pathway towards real racial equity. With this law, we will assess how this pandemic has affected our children's learning. This will entail a multi-year commitment to address unequal distribution of resources. A kid in Maywood should be able to get the same good education that a kid in River Forest is getting. Equity is the center of our goal. We have to focus on the digital divide. How can we have remote learning when every kid don't have access to the internet? How can we have remote learning when every kid don't have access to a computer? We have to address that issue, and this law helps us do that. We're boosting bridge programs, and we're boosting summer learning. We're moving a step closer, Doc, to closing the racial equity gap. For our high schools, it will make sure they provide the necessary courses for students to get into higher education institutions. You want to know how we're going to lift up Illinois? We're going to lift up Illinois through our higher education institutions. And I am extremely proud of what this bill does for access to higher education. This bill will reform scholarship matching programs so universities that predominantly serve low-income students of color can and will have equitable access to college. Affordability will no longer be an issue. Our work doesn't stop here. This is just the beginning. This just puts us on a pathway toward racial equity. You haven't heard the last from us. We're just getting started. Legislators, we still have more work to do. Illinois State Board of Education, we still have more work to do. School districts across this state, we still have more work to do. Hear our call, hear our cries, here we come, because we still have more work to do. True equity lies with us as leaders and community members, parents and teachers. It's about the decisions we make every day and whether or not we are centering kids and families who are historically punished and pushed to the margins. Today, we're a step closer. Really proud of that. We're a step closer. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Majority Leader Senator Lightfoot. You all got to be in those rooms when she's doing her work. If there's anybody who can move a mountain, Senator Lightfoot can move that mountain. She gets it done. I remember the last time we had an education reform bill passed of this type of magnitude. It was in 2011. And I wasn't in the legislature. I was on the school board. And we were all at that bill signing at Lexington School. You know who moved that mountain to get it done? Senator Lightfoot. And so we got behind that bus again, and we just followed, and we got it done. Thank you, Senator. Let's give her a round of applause. And over in the House, our champion, Madam Chair Rep. Ammons. I am so proud that we're on the same team because she is just awesome. My colleagues in the Black Caucus who really helped make history happen here today, and history happen on January 13th, it's because of us working together in collaboration, in partnership, standing united and not divided, that we were able to move one step closer to racial equity.